This time we're talking about Bittrex. So in the last video I talked about GDAX, Coinbase, how you convert dollars into Bitcoin. In this video I'll be showing how you can transfer your Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin to an exchange. And the exchange that we recommend is Bittrex. It has quite a bit of altcoins, and I rarely find myself using a different exchange to purchase an altcoin. So go ahead and make an account by clicking login and then clicking the sign up button here. It may include some of those identification steps I talked about in the last video, but don't worry, that's all normal. Once you have an account and you log in, you'll see a dashboard that looks like this. First thing we see is the Bitcoin markets. So you can, at a glance, you can see what the main coins have been doing. You can see the Ethereum markets. And so there are a few different things we're going to go over. First thing is, how do we get money into this account? We can't purchase Bitcoin through Bittrex, but what we can do is transfer Bitcoin. So the first step is to go to the Wallets tab up here on the right. Here you'll see all of your wallets and your balances, and then you can also see your withdrawals and deposits on this page. It's all nice and laid out for you. So to deposit Bitcoin, go ahead and search for Bitcoin symbol, BTC, and then click the plus. And now it'll give you an address, and that's all you need to transfer Bitcoin over here. So let's copy this address, and I'll go back to GDAX or to Coinbase. I'll show you both, but you click the withdraw button, click Bitcoin address, and you just paste it right in here. If you've got a two-factor authentication, you'll need to do that too. If you're on Coinbase, go ahead and go to the accounts tab and then click send under Bitcoin wallet and enter in that address, and then click send. Pretty simple. Don't freak out if it doesn't come right away. It'll take some time before it even shows up under pending deposit, but then after a while it'll show up as an available balance, and that means that it's been successful. And it'll also show up here, pending deposits. You'll be able to see it right here. So once you've got Bitcoin deposited in your Bittrex account, you can officially start trading it for other coins. And while we're here, I just want to mention you can also withdraw from this page by clicking the minus button. So that's pretty convenient. So now let's go check out some altcoin charts. Let's say that we'd like to buy NEO, a hot altcoin right now. So click the markets drop down that has the Bitcoin symbol, and then search here for NEO, and then go ahead and click it. This will take you to the NEO/Bitcoin chart. Don't get too intimidated by this. You'll learn all of this as time goes by. But this gives you basic information about NEO, how it's doing, what the current bid and ask prices are. And here's where you're going to be doing your trading. So if you want to buy NEO, you'll be entering info in here. If you want to sell NEO, you'll be entering it in here. So let's say that I want to buy NEO, and I want to use all of my Bitcoin that I have available to do that. So I want to convert all my Bitcoin into NEO. You can enter in Bitcoin manually down here, but what I like to do is click this balance, and it will automatically populate in here. The next thing we can do is determine what kind of order, and we'll be using limit. Next, you can choose which price you'd like to place your order at. And since we're buying, what I do is I click the ask price. But this is where you have some freedom to decide what price you actually want to buy it at. And you can choose prices way above the current price or way below, depending on what you want to do. So if we were anticipating that NEO is going to drop, we could place, I'll just click that to get a number in there, and we could place our order after analyzing the chart. We could, let's say we want to place an order at 675, so 0.00675. We can just enter it in here and click buy, and that buy will only trigger when it hits that point. But also remember that you need to fill out this bar as well. So click max, and that will pull from your Bitcoin information that you've already put in, and it'll calculate the max amount of NEO that you can buy. And so obviously these fields you can change, you can manipulate, but basically what you'll most likely be doing is you'll start with a total. You'll put in how much Bitcoin you want to spend, or you'll put in how much NEO you want to buy, and then from there you can work down and figure out, and that these will automatically populate. So in our live trade room, you'll be getting information, something like maybe buy NEO at this price. And so you'll look at the price, you'll put it in here under Bitcoin, and then you'll click max. Well, you can enter in how much Bitcoin you want to spend and click max, and it'll populate. Or you can just put in the amount of NEO you'd like to buy, and it will show you how much Bitcoin that'll cost. Another feature that I don't use often is this. You can decide whether you want your trade to stay pending until you cancel it, or you can just have it execute immediately or cancel automatically. Then go ahead and click buy, and your order will actually show up in this order book, and you'll be able to see it in the open orders table right here. So it'll show up right here. And when your order actually completes, there will be a pop-up in this right corner, top right corner, that will say your order was executed or your order was partially filled. And so sometimes it'll partially fill it until you have bought all the NEO that you planned on buying. So I hope this isn't too confusing. It's really not once you get the hang of it. Let us know if you have any problems with this, the order form. The same thing is applicable on the sell NEO form. You have the same fields and everything, but just know that you're selling NEO and you're buying Bitcoin when you click this button. A neat feature as well is you can see your wallet on this page, so you can do all your depositing and withdrawing of NEO on this page as well as trading. So make sure you check out that wallet tab. If you like to see the order book and see the bids and asks, if people are selling or buying more, you can check it out here. But mostly you'll be looking at this timeline and you'll be using this trading box. There's one thing that I forgot to mention, and that is how do you take profit or how do you set a stop loss? And really what a take profit is a pending order that's set above the current price if you're buying or below the current price if you're selling. And a stop loss is the inverse of that. So a stop loss if you're buying would be below the current price and above the current price if you're selling. These are common terms used in Forex, take profit and stop loss. But since the crypto industry isn't quite as evolved and the trading platforms aren't quite as sophisticated, we still have to set pending orders for our take profits and our stop losses, at least on Bittrex. So the way you do that is if we just bought 2 units of NEO, we could go ahead and sell 2 units of NEO, and we just put in the price where we'd like to sell it. So let's say we'd like to sell it at this last high, so it's about 0083. So I can go ahead and edit this price, 0.0083. That will change the amount of Bitcoin that we'll receive, and then click sell. And as soon as you click confirm, you'll see a line that shows up here showing that your take profit was put into the system. And then it's the opposite for a stop loss. So we'd like to sell our NEO if it gets below, let's say, 0.007. Just change this to 0.007. Your Bitcoin will be changed, and then you press sell. And then you'll see a line down here showing where your pending order is set up. Now that we've gone over the trading aspect, I just want to go over a few settings in Bittrex that I'd recommend. So let's click on the settings tab. I went ahead and moved to the two-factor authentication tab, so you can just click that here and enable your two-factor authentication because you want to protect the profits that you're making and you just don't want to risk it. It doesn't hurt too much. You just have to enter this code in when you log in, and that's it. Another thing you can do that I'd recommend doing is doing this enhanced verification. So if you give them more info about yourself, you provide an ID, you provide the picture and all the stuff that they need, then you can withdraw more than you could if you didn't. And so it says, since I have an enhanced account, I can now withdraw greater than 100 Bitcoin per day. So that's plenty enough for my purposes. But that's another thing you want to check out. And if you need to withdraw more than the current limit, then go ahead and do the enhanced verification. Alright, that pretty much sums it up for Bittrex. Just know that you'll be using these tabs the most. You'll use this market tab by searching for an altcoin. You'll be using the orders tab to check out your current orders, and the wallets tab where you can do all of your depositing and withdrawing. And just remember to search for your coin over here on the right, and once you find it, then you can click the plus or minus to deposit or withdraw.